All right, so we'll just kick this off. Hi, everybody. Welcome to BravoConfessionals. I'm Taylor, and I'm here with Mel and Michelle, and we're also here with Peter Hunziker from Below Deck Med. And he is joining us here today, and we're just going to chat a little bit. How you doing, Pete?
Pete's doing good. We're doing good. How are you?
Okay. Everyone's hanging in there.
Anyway.
All right. So, Peter, what was your role on the yacht, and how did you end up on the show?
My role was lead deckhand, and I ended up on the show just, I was casted. Just happened.
Did you audition for it?
I did not. They just found me on social media, and yeah.
Cool.
I didn't know I was on an island for a few days until I hit my Google Maps when I was in the hotel, and I was like, oh wow, I'm in the middle of the Mediterranean. I didn't know that, but that was interesting.
So you just were floating around on this boat, not knowing where you were?
No, when I flew out to go do the show, I just jumped on planes, and they were like, you're going to Spain, and I was like, all right, here we go, you know. So
nice.
It was interesting.
Oh, and then what's it like in front of cameras to have? Because we hear that you guys like 4-hour crew, so you guys are constantly recorded.
Yeah, I mean it's I don't know, it's not that bad. I mean, you get used to it, and they move pretty quick, and they start to understand how you move and how you react and this and that. So they follow. We're all on top of each other for quite a while. So they start to understand who you are and this and that. So.
Does it ever get kind of awkward? I have to think that, like, when you're having a conversation with one specific person and you think you're having a conversation with one specific person and there's like a dude standing there with a camera, does it ever like play into you at all? Like,
I mean, yes and no. I mean, we did sign up to do a reality TV show, so we obviously knew we were gonna, but it does take a little bit of getting used to it for sure.
Okay, so I have to ask this question. You came on and, you said that your nickname is The Unit.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
The Unit came from my buddy's lake house that summer. We just, the three of us best friends growing up, we just, I don't know, we go to the gym, we eat, we take care of ourselves, and we party on the weekends, and we surf, and we do this, and we do that, and it's just like a unit. That was kind of like the bottom line of what a unit is. And then, it was like the unit's like the word hot. And then, for females, they're rockets, like they're units and rockets. So like, I don't know, it was just a little silly thing.
I've never heard that before.
a little GTL?
I never heard that women are rockets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a little GTL like lingo type deal. Exactly.
Gotcha. Little situation. Well, me and Michelle are actually from Jersey, so.
Completely harmless.
Yeah, I took it as like you're referring to yourself as like your male genitalia, or like I'm the unit, like I'm like the boss.
Oh God.
That's kind of my mentality. So I was like, no, I get the unit thing. All right.
No, not that. I wouldn't.
Not the first one, no. I'm the worst. In regards to like the Malia situation, just with like the sweetheart kind of stuff, I think, and from what I've seen on like super neutral, like, or there's like a ton of people in one direction and a ton of people in another. So do you think overall, when it comes to your overall way of conducting yourself with her in particular, do you feel like do you reflect on that as like, man, I could have done that differently? No, I wouldn't have, because there wasn't anything, different or anything I would have changed.
In regards to like what? Like calling her sweetheart or sweetie?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is just kind of like I'm from Virginia, and I'm from a small country town, and just like, I don't know, when you go to Cracker Barrel and your waitress brings you your food, you say thank you sweetheart, or thank you sweetie. I don't know, it's just kind of like a Southern thing, and I didn't really see it as disrespect. So I was kind of confused and construed. I don't know, misunderstood too. I wasn't doing it to disrespect her or.
Now, if you had a man boss, how would you call him?
Sir?
I mean, I would call him by his name or, you know, whatever. I mean, yeah, there's sir, but I call Malia ma'am too. You know, I do the yes ma'am, you know, I don't know. It's just, they singled the sweetheart thing out. So I don't know. And I didn't really realize like it was so offensive. And then apparently it's offensive. So.
I mean, listen, I understand. I have one of my guy best friends who calls me sweetie every single time we talk. And it's, to him, it's like a term of endearment. But I guess if you're in like a different rank kind of thing, which I have no idea what that's like. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I get yelled at every single second of my life. But
yeah, I mean, I never meant it to be malicious or disrespectful or anything. And I don't know, like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's never meant to be like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's whatever.
So wait, on that token, do you feel like you came off on the show a different way than how you actually are?
Yeah.
Okay. In what way?
I kind of just fronted a lot, and I was just like, I was kind of putting on my own show, and I wasn't myself, you know, I wasn't being myself. And then I realized that, like, I kind of thought that that's what they wanted, and then I realized that they didn't. You know what I mean? It was, yeah. There's a fine line in the whole thing. You know, it's a new experience, and you're being this and that, and I definitely came in wide open, full throttle, no.
Do you ever feel like you're the type who, say, like you're in a room with a lot of quiet people, you feel like you need to entertain or like do stuff to liven the mood a little bit? Because I'm that way. I'm like, I'm quiet in here. Like, I need to be like someone else for these people to like lighten up. So
I don't walk in quiet rooms.
well, I mean, same, but that's how I feel. Like if I'm in a room with people who are like maybe low key and not like full personality, I almost feel like I could be one of two. I could either just join in and then we'll just all be mute, or I'll just be like the loudest in the room. So
right.
Did you ever feel uncomfortable about the way that, like, when, you know, you were kind of checking out Bugsy, right? When she came on, and that seemed, watching it, it seemed so intense. Like, if a man was looking at me like that, I would be like, ugh, where's my shield? No offense, but like, I just literally would be just like, who is this creepy guy invading my personal space? Did you feel that in the moment? Like, man, I should rein that in? Or was that just like part of the act?
I don't know. I think I was just being silly. I think that they just didn't know who I was, to be honest. And like, I'm a very silly person, and it seemed like I can be very professional. And I kind of brought silly Pete in the beginning. And I don't know, like, I don't really think I have too big of an ego. I just kind of know how everything kind of operates and gets done. And I don't, you know, you can tell me what to do and I'll go do it. I have no problem doing that. It's just, I don't know. It was interesting. You know, the other guys would come to me and try, you know, what to do and this and that. And then it was like that I was stepping on her toes then. So it was just not a winning.
You know, I was watching back the promo or no, it wasn't a promo. It was on Jess's page on her Instagram. She was playing where she was walking out because they have like a break, and she's going out, and you guys are talking about her, you know, in her bikini and everything. But this is like all of the guys are like, you're gonna like burn the boat down or something, like, you know, catcalling her basically. But like, she's into it, and it's a group effort, and everyone is like having a good time about it. So I guess there were comments that you made to Bugsy that made me go, oh my God, I would deck him. But when you see that there's like this build up, that being, you know, the comfortable form to then now Pete's problem, it's like, it almost makes me wonder like what was left on the room floor, like what other comments that were also being, not just by Pete, you know, were left behind. So it's kind of like not comfortable as a viewer to see someone like consistently have things only shown of them. So
listen, And Jess, if she were to walk out in a bikini in front of me, I would say the exact same thing. I'd be like, damn, girl, you look good. But I don't know. Do you ever think that it was, like, do you feel like you came onto the show with shock value because you knew that people who brought the most drama and the most entertainment tend to be the ones that stick around?
Yes and no. Yes and no. But I also am, when I walk in the room, I'm a little, you know, I don't know. I normally have no filter, but I have learned that it's not good to not have a filter. So I'm just, I don't know. Yes and no.
Well, it's also not having a filter. I mean, because me and Mel, we could both definitely 1,000% say that we have zero filter, but we
Right.
also have cameras in our face 24/7. So I feel like if that we were to have cameras in our face 24/7, I know I'd be in trouble. But you know, because you never know what's going to piss people off.
Yeah, you don't. And I mean, they're telling you to be yourself the whole time and this and that, and you know, I hyped that up, and it was just a bit of a mess.
Okay.
A bit of a mess.
Are
Well,
you
thank you.
watching the season?
Yes, very low key.
Yeah. I was just curious if you were just like,
No.
Do you feel like a lot of it, because they actually said that there was a lot of it that like you were edited out or something?
What's that?
They said there was a lot of it that you like edited out.
I haven't noticed anything yet.
Okay, because me either, but I was curious.
I don't know how that works.
yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty difficult because there's a lot of drama that is ahead still. So.
I have seen a photo from the future that looks like it's probably Hannah leaves at some point, Aisha comes in, and perhaps Kiko leaves, which is really unfortunate, and ends up being replaced by Malia's boyfriend. So I think Cap Zandy got what she wanted on that one, kind of building her dream team by keeping, you know, nice people down. So that's my opinion. But yeah, I know you can't tell us, but just so you know, photo, and I was like, oh, good God, that's it. I'm done watching. I mean, I love it, but
How much
I'm
do you
like-
love Kiko? I love Kiko.
Kiko?
Yeah,
Yeah, Kiko's a sweetheart.
he's so sweet.
I mean,
love
that 12 people, 72 plates, like, I don't think we've ever seen.
Wild.
Yeah, I don't think so. So,
We were running plates. I was doing a lot of dishes that night.
well, we did see that.
Yeah, we
did
saw
see
that.
it. We did
You were
see
told
it.
to go to bed.
And you said it only took me like an hour or something like.
Are you still in touch with anybody that you were on the yacht with?
Yeah,
You can't tell us who?
everybody.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's good. I mean, it's good to keep in touch.
Yeah.
And stuff.
You had a good crew. I just like these last few seasons we've seen a lot of different stuff change within dynamics and the need for things to be important than others. So we kind of thought like the girl power below deck season. So we're kind of seeing that reflected because the previous season was really tough to watch as a woman. So yeah, this you guys had a good crew. You just had that I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be jiving. Nobody seems to really be working well together.
What, this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems
Well, that's
like
probably why there's a lot of changes coming. Supposedly.
I don't know. I have no idea.
there's like a slow burn going on in this as far as what we can tell as viewers. There's a real slow burn happening. But all right, I think Taylor has a few more questions, then we'll let you get going. You know, you're sitting there like, girls could just talk about below forever, and I'm just like, what?
So your time on the show was cut short, but how is your home, like your life now that it has been cut short? I'm not asking why it was cut short, but how has that affected you?
It affected me personally, but it hasn't affected my life at all. But it affected my feelings and it affected my emotions, and you know, I'm learning a lot, and it's all good. In life, you get hit sometimes, and you know, you got to get back up. It's a little bump of adversity along the way, and I will make a comeback, and it's going to be bigger and better. So it's.
Are you like doing anything to like actively like make that comeback?
Yeah.
Like digging wise?
Yeah. I'm not speaking on what I'm doing, but yes,
Okay.
I'm making a very strategic approach at my rebranding.
Okay.
You know, from personal experience, the best thing we can do is just ask. You know, if something, you know, if you're told that something is offensive, I know as myself, you know, I just ask. I'm just like, why was that? You know, why did that make you upset? Why did that, you know, go from being fun today to today it is not?
Right.
Which I'm not saying what you posted was at all. I just want a blanket statement.
Yeah, it's you know, I can see it. I can put my shoes in everybody's shoes around the table now, and before I selfishly only was in my shoes, and I've had to learn a lesson the hard way, and that's part of life. But you know, it's a hard lesson to learn, and there's going to be a you know, a setback for a major comeback, and that's what we're dealing with.
So on that same token, I know you have a son, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So is there anything that you would give him advice as to how to go about his life and how he would treat others? And
Absolutely. He's very sweet and very well mannered, and he's a little genius. We got very lucky. He's so beautiful, and it's just amazing. I'm just like, I don't know, poor little guy. He's been through a world for 9 years old. He's been through so much, but he's just a beautiful, kind-hearted, sweet kid. And I have been thinking about, you know, I was thinking about it today, actually, when I was in the car wash, how I will talk to him about this one day. Because one day he's going to go, I mean, he's going to be 13 in 4 years, you know? It's like, he's going to, you know, he already has an iPad and this and that, you know? So you know, he's going to know about it one day. And, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna, you know, we'll face it. When we get there, we'll get there. But I do think about it. But yeah, I don't know. He's my hero. I love him.
That's good. I mean, okay. Sorry.
you'll be his hero. You'll be his hero.
Yeah, no, I already am his hero. So
Nice.
So Google. Who cares? Who cares what you see?
But for the record.
Well, if it matters to you at all, I have seen a few people in different groups defending you in your honor. So I don't usually get too involved, but every once in a while I'll be like, "Are you fucking high?" But this time I'm just like, I'm gonna scroll on. But it's nice to see that the culture is so different, the world is so different, and we didn't have things available to us. Even if we remove them via a search, because Google never forgets. So, so it's like, you know, it's just about picking up, moving on. People may forget it as long as you don't, and you know, just make it a lesson. So
Yeah, no, it's a lesson, and it was broadcasted pretty big. It was pretty big, and that's why I have to, you know, I have to tighten up and make a comeback, and I will, and I'm looking forward to it because it's the perfect platform for where I want to go and the direction that I want to go in my life. So it's almost like a calling, to be honest, and it's a really hard lesson to take, but you know, I'm gonna make it something beautiful because that's what you can do in life, you know.
wait.
Great way to end it.
Yeah, I think we really do appreciate you coming on, and I will say, you know, we have not been like really anything like that, but we're super like, I mean, I don't know if you watched Below Deck Sailing Yacht, but there's like this villain, and we interviewed her and we walked away and we said, you know what, I think the chick gets, you know, a really bad rap. She's just got the kind of personality that's tough for in-your-face television. So, you know, we're walking away from this one, I know myself, being like, he's not a bad dude. he just, you know, he made for that particular platform that we saw him on, you know, in that capacity, what have you. And I, you know, like I was saying, I totally like to be the loudest one in the room, walking away, and all you think about is, was I an asshole? I don't think so. I had the most fun. So it's, you know, you just got to grin and bear it. So as long as, you know, you're moving on and learning from things.
That's it. Listen, that's the whole thing when life, no matter what room you do walk in, no matter how you take it over, you got to be willing to learn something in there, and just always keep your mouth shut. Even if you know the answer, listen to what that other person says, because you might learn it another way, or this and that. And yeah, no, you always got to be a student in life. And like I said, this is just a lesson, and there's a reason it happened. And I needed to be checked in multiple ways with this one on. This was huge, but you know what? It's okay. God doesn't give you what you can't handle. So I'm looking forward to the battle, and I'm surfacing, and I'm feeling better, and you know, we're gonna get through it. So it'll be good.
Good for you, Pete.
Yeah, we do hope that you get the best out of life. We hope that for everybody, and you know, lessons come, and you just take them as they're thrown at you, I guess.
When you're allowed to share what your new venture is, I mean, you can always come on and, you know, we'll just like share with the world. Like
we can do that. We can do that.
All right.
Well,
all right,
thanks.
thank you, Pete.
All right, ladies. It was really nice talking to you guys. Have a great night.
You too. Have a good night. I always forget how to stop it.
Diamonds ain't got nothing on you.